Good day, good day. In this week's episode, we are preparing to cross seas and sail for thousands of miles.
No, excuse me. No, we're not.
We are preparing to cross to the Bahamas, which feels like sailing thousands of miles.
It does.
But before we tackle the Gulf Stream, we have a few things that we still need to do. First and foremost is some visiting time.
Oh, yes.
Yes. If you've been watching our episodes for a while, you will probably remember Greg and Paige. They were our very first boat neighbors.
You see that boat?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Greg and Paige.
Who's that right there?
Ruby.
Who is it?
Greg and Paige and Mishka and Ruby and Kismet.
I went with them on their maiden voyage in season 1, episode 13.
And then Greg came with us on our maiden voyage, season 1, episode 14.
Yeah, in the next episode.
On the count of 3, everybody baby step all the way up.
I feel like I'm going alone.
There we go.
Okay, that was fun. Good idea, Greg.
We have finally reconnected with them, and it is awesome.
Yeah.
We spent about a week or so reconnecting with them. We didn't do a ton of filming, but I can tell you without a doubt that this part of cruising is even better than what we expected.
Yeah.
Some of the people we've met have unquestionably become lifelong connections.
Yeah.
And not seeing them for months and then seeing them again is
It's awesome.
awesome. Yeah, I can't even think of a better word. Fantastical.
Yeah.
It's been pretty great.
Yeah.
The next challenge is one that I have been avoiding since the day Atlas became ours.
That's before we owned a boat.
I've been avoiding this next job for as long as I knew it existed from watching other people's YouTube channels.
Yeah.
All right, so it is the morning. It is supposed to be 35 degrees Celsius today. In America, and that's down here. For me, as a northern Alberta Canadian from the Yukon originally, that's so hot. So hot. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning this morning, and I am going to start on my major boat project for today. We have 2 more projects that we need to get done before we can cross to the Bahamas / leave Vero Beach. So I don't know how much I'm going to film this one because I don't know how much anybody cares to see me working on the plumbing for the sewage system on the boat. But what we have is we have a macerator pump that is dead. It's always been dead since before we bought the boat. And I've bought a Whale brand, I think it's the Whale Titan diaphragm style pump. So I need to get the macerator out and the Whale pump in, and that will give us the ability to pump the black tank overboard when we're out at sea, which is, if you didn't know how it works in the sailing world, when you're close to shore, in many places, it is illegal to pump the black tank overboard. But when you're in some places, I think it's 3 miles, and in most places, I think it's 6 miles from shore, you just pump your waste overboard. So right now we have no ability to do that. When the tank is full, the only way that we can do it is to go to a pump out station, which is basically just a vacuum for turd. And we suck it out through the deck fitting, usually when we're getting fuel or water. But we need to have the ability to evacuate that tank when we're out at sea. So we're going to work on that today. And I am so looking forward to it. It's just, I've always dreamt of handling sewage filled pipes and leaking sewage into the boat, trying to get it fixed and so on and so forth. So
Many hours later.
All right, so theoretically we are all done with this very sweaty, very frustrating sanitation project. So we got everything all hooked up. So let's take a look. So now we have it hooked up. So from the toilet, it is either going to go overboard on this one, or it's going to go to the tank on this one. Once it goes to the tank, it runs back that way. After it's coming back from the tank, we have two options. It can either go up the deck fitting suction hose, or it can go over into this hose, which is the inside of the whale pump, and then it comes out of the outside of the whale pump, which is this one here, and then it goes there, and it goes up and over the anti-siphon loop and back down there, which turns into this one, which then goes to the seacock and through hull, which is now open again. And theoretically, we should be able to pump this thing and have the fresh water that ended up in the tank after the last flush go overboard. We'll see. Maybe. Let's find out. So there's not really anything in that tank, so I don't really feel... I can hear bubbles, but that's all I can really hear. So that's a good sign. Well, now that that's done, I am going to go for a shower. It's probably going to take me at least a few days to feel clean again. But unfortunately, I don't have a few days. No. The very next job that I have to do is cleaning the bottom. We want her to be as quick as possible. Wish me luck. I gotta go check the prop.
Okay.
I did not know that there could be, that it was even possible for there to be that much sea life adhered to the underside of our boat. Now, it's worth mentioning that our bottom paint is not in very good condition, and that's the main culprit here. But also the me not doing a bottom cleaning center in North Carolina might also have something to do with it. But I was absolutely covered. I wish we had footage, but there was no time for that. I came out of the water, took one look at myself after thinking I had kind of scrubbed myself clean, and I said, "Get me to the shower right now."
You do it right now.
It was gross.
Yeah.
So, I recommend wetsuits for bottom cleaning.
Yeah.
I still don't have one, but it's never been that bad. That very first time was...
Oh, it's gross.
Yeah, I think we brought tiny little shrimpy creatures all the way from New Bern, all the way here to Vero Beach.
Before we cross to the Bahamas, we want to load up on as much non-perishable food as we can. We don't know what we can and can't get while we're over there, so did a big grocery shop.
Yeah, a big grocery shop is a tiny understatement, my love.
No.
Yeah, you went a little overboard. Like a lot overboard.
I don't care. I'm my mother's child.
Yes, we should be set for 7.6 years.
No.
Not quite that much, but close. With all of that done, there isn't a lot more that needs to be done before our crossing. One of those things, though, is that we need to change the oil in the main engine. Another one is that we need to get ourselves and the boat to like a town with a customs port, which Vero does not have, nor does it have an inlet for us to go to the ocean.
No.
So we need to get ourselves somewhere else. And the third thing is picking a crossing weather window.
Yeah.
We are going to talk all about picking a weather window in our next episode. We're going to go into that in a bunch more detail. If you would like to see an episode about how to change the oil in a Yanmar 4JH57, tell us in the comments below. I don't know if anybody wants to see that or not. We certainly can. So just let us know.
Part of boat life. They got to be done.
Yeah, it is exactly. It is totally part of boat life.
Thanks for joining us this week.
And if you haven't already, please remember to torpedo and sink that like button and subscribe.
We really appreciate all the support.
We really do. Thank you so much. An extra special thank you to the names that you're seeing on the screen right now for going the extra mile to keep these episodes coming.
Yep. And to all of our other patrons as well.
Did I not say that? Ow. What she said.
Yeah.
I apologize.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.